Hey guys, tool time for today's video. I'm just going to go over a few tools that I carry with me while out riding my Pan America. So let's get into it. Now, just recently purchased myself this tool roll from RoadTech toolkit, CruzTools, for Harley Davidson Pan America. So let's open up the box and let's see what we get inside this tool roll. So the roll itself seems fairly sturdy, seems like it's good quality, nice and compact. So what's actually in the kit? So on the back of the box we list all the tools that comes in the set. These number four, the 36mm axle wrench with extension. These are the two that I think will really be helpful to get that rear axle loosened or to take the axle off. But I think it'll be more for adjusting the chain. So I was just a bit concerned about the quality of the tools, but I have actually had them out on the garage floor, gone through them, and they actually do seem like good quality. So this is a 36mm wrench, so this is for the big rear axle nut. So to adjust your chain, you've obviously got to loosen the 36mm nut. You don't need to take all this off, you just need to loosen it, and then you have the adjusters here and here. So if you've owned a previous Harleys like I have, and mine have all been belt drive, so this is the first Harley I've owned with a chain, so it takes a little bit of maintenance, a little bit of adjustment every month or so just to keep an eye on it. And I use chain wax to lubricate it, but overall it's not too bad. So let's just see if this is the little extension here. Hopefully we've got enough leverage in that. Oh yep, so that's actually not too bad. Okay, so that'll loosen it, and then you can like I said, you don't have to take all that off. And then let's see what size spanner we need for these adjusters here. So that you'll need a 13mm spanner that comes in the kit to loosen those adjusters, loosen both those nuts, or tighten them depending on if you're going to loosen the chain or tighten the chain. And obviously the 32mm is for the other side. Or yes, it is. There you go. Fits on there, good snug fit. Now when adjusting the chain in your Pan America manual, it does actually show you how to do it. So if it's on its center stand, you want a tolerance of the chain between 50 and 60mm, and if it's on the jiffy stand, 46 to 56mm. So what that means is you want to find, when adjusting the chain for tension, you want to find the center between the axle and the front sprocket. So I put a little mark, it's about center of the swing arm, and that measurements, the tolerance is basically up and down. Like I said, in the manual there's a description of how to go about adjusting the chain, fairly straightforward. Now as for the rest of the tools, they're fairly straightforward. Like I said, it gives you a list on the back. So you've got your spanners, crescent, you've got your adjustable pliers here, you do have a tie pressure gauge in here, some zip ties, cable ties, a little bit of wire in case you need it, some Allen keys, screwdriver, that's reversible for a flat or a Phillips. You've got some Loctites, got some torque wrenches here, you've got the ratchet with extensions, and you have a axle adapter. So this little tool here, and you use this with the crescent. This is for getting the front axle out. So you locate that in there, and then you use your crescent, and then you loosen that off, and that front axle winds out, and then you can pull it out to get the front wheel off. But there's a bit more to it than that. If you're going to go and do all of that, you've also got to remove the brake calipers and stuff. So that's what that little tool there's for. They also supply just a wee bit of duct tape in case you need that. So overall, I'm really happy with this basic compact toolkit. The quality, like I said, seems fairly good. Now the price for this, I got it off Amazon. So for New Zealand dollars, it was $2.49 delivered to my door, including tax. To give you an idea, the Harley Davidson motor company, they do their own one of these. You actually get less tools in their toolkit, and theirs is about $100 more than this one. So CruzTools, get a lifetime warranty, no questions asked. A US company. Now it does say, using components from Taiwan, China and the USA, which obviously nowadays, no surprises there. Most of this stuff is made in Asia. But overall, like I said, it seems like it's a good quality toolkit. Nice and compact, and the whole idea is you can carry that somewhere on your motorcycle in case you need it if you break down on the side of the road, or even if you're working on your bike in your garage or workshop. It's always handy to have all these tools, because all these tools in this kit, they've made sure that the sizes in the kit are the sizes that will fit your motorcycle, or the Harley Davidson Pan America. So especially with these torque wrenches, quite often you go through my own tools actually at home and I can never find the right size. These are all metric as well, so I think most of the stuff on the Pan America, the bolts and nuts, or the bolts and screws are metric on the Pan America. Now I'm just going to go over a few other items I carry with me apart from that tool roll. I actually carry a little bike lock, I use it to lock up my helmet, which is quite handy if I want to go park up somewhere and then go for a bit of a walk or something. Bicycle lock, which I use for my helmet, so that's quite handy. This is a Harley Davidson little tool I got some time ago actually. I think I might have got this when I had my street glide. So this just has a few basic Allen keys and torque wrenches on it. This was actually quite expensive as well back in the day, because it's got the old Harley logo on it. So, and just some pliers are in there, some basic stuff. Now, if you get a puncher repair kit is a must. Tubeless tyres, which makes it a bit easier. I haven't actually used this yet, so what does this have in it? It has those little plugs, I think. Yeah, there's lots of videos on how to use one of these. This is for putting a plug in your tubeless tyre when you get a puncture. So, and it's nice and compact again, so that's very a must to have. And it's got these little gas canisters as well, if you don't have a pump with you to pump up the rear tyre or front tyre, any tyre that goes flat. So recommend getting one of these. Again, nice and compact. Don't even know what brand that is. I just picked this up from one of the motorcycle shops. There's lots of these on Amazon. Lots of different brands you can pick up. And this is my pump that I've had for some time now. So this just plugs into one of my charging outlets, the battery tender cable. I've got a couple on this bike. Again, even if you don't have the puncher with an adventure bike, this is quite good if you come across some sand or a muddy trail and you need to deflate your tyres, and then when you get back out onto the tar seal or paved roads, obviously you want to pump them back up again. That's where this comes in handy. This is a fairly basic one. Again, not even sure what brand this is, but there's these days there's lots of these newer digital ones out on the market, even more compact than this. Now this doesn't actually tell you the gauge, the pressure gauge, that's the only thing, but I carry one of those with me anyway, a tyre pressure gauge. So that just plugs into, I think it's on the other side here. Oh yeah, that type of plug there. Or I've actually got one at the front as well. Being a Pan America, I generally put it on the battery tender if I'm not riding it for a little while, because with the older models, this is a 2021, they had a smaller battery and they had issues with the batteries going flat. But I think the new 24 models, they've put a larger battery in them, and I think they've put a larger wiring loom or an updated wiring loom in the bike. But I've had this model for a year now, and I've actually never had any issues with the battery going flat. I think if you were to run your pump or compressor, it's actually a compressor, you'd want to have the bike running, I think, because that would probably drain the battery fairly quickly. Well, actually, here's a gauge I've got right here. Rightio guys, well hopefully this video has helped you out if you're looking at getting a basic toolkit for your Pan Am. So I finally got around to it. I've like I said earlier in the video, I've been riding Harleys for the last 10 years. I've never really thought I needed anything too major with the street glide when I owned it, because I was mainly, well, always on tar seal, and I've got roadside assist if anything did go wrong. But now with the Pan Am and taking it on some of these gravel roads and a little bit of off-road and into the forests and things, you know, so I'm just a bit worried that in the middle of nowhere, probably be a bit tricky, if impossible, to get roadside assist to come and help me. So just peace of mind really. If something did go wrong, hopefully nothing major, I've got a few tools to get me out of trouble. And the good thing about the kit is all those tools in the kit are made the right size, correct size for the Pan America, what you're going to need. So I'll put a link up in the description with Amazon site where I got the toolkit from if you are interested in getting one. So thanks for watching the video, and if you enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, hit subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers!